Very good morning. Welcome back to Valley Focus. I'm Valerie Moore, and I have two special guests in the studio today who are both involved with a wonderful organization called Civitan. It's Bo Larsen, Director of Marketing and Business Development for Civitan, and he's brought along his camp director, Skippy Hough, to tell us all about what's going on now as we hit the spring and summer months. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Well, first of all, we're going to talk to you, Bo. You are the Director of Marketing and Business Development for Civitan. Tell us what your organization is.
We're an organization that works with children and adults with developmental disabilities, and we've been around now 51 years. It all started with Camp Civitan up in Williams back in 1968. And today, not only at the camp, but we have several thrift stores. We have a learning center here in town called Civitan Village. We do home care services as well and a respite ranch, and we're growing.
Wow. Well, again, Camp Civitan is a camp that started out here with the Civitan organization. It's kind of their basic function, but it's grown again. This organization, my friends, helps children and adults of any age with any developmental disability. It's a big job. It's a daunting job, but you guys are doing a good job, so thank you very much for all the programs you have, first of all.
Well, thanks for recognizing that. We work really hard to make a difference, and like I said, we've grown so much that we're looking for another location to add to it because there's a need. People want to be a part of the Civitan Foundation. But I think one of the reasons that we do is because we offer really unique services. At our Civitan Village, for example, which is known in the industry as a day treatment facility for adults, we have music, we have theater, we have art programs, we've got a culinary cooking program. Actually, part of our culinary program is also a catering service where organizations can order everything from scones to the full-fledged catered meal for events and parties. And through that, our members are learning job skills and they get paid for it. And that creates independence and confidence and all the social skills needed to hopefully live more independently. That's what we're all about.
I kind of want to back up there in case anyone missed this. Again, Civitan is an organization that helps adults and children with developmental disabilities, but it also employs them. So it's a really full-service organization that's really helping so many people. We thank you again for being here today. Plus, you put on fun events a couple of times a year.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we have one. I'll put in that plug right now. Our dance-a-thon's coming up September 20th this year, and we're really excited. Last year was our first, and it was a huge success. We raised quite a bit of money, over $25,000. So this year, I love to say we'll double it, but right now we'll start plugging it, saying get ready for it. It's real easy. We send out texts to people, and they have your friends to help donate. But more importantly, come out and dance, have a good time, because dancing, and Skippy will talk about this at camp, it's a huge part of what we do for entertainment.
Oh, absolutely.
Every Friday at Civitan Village, we have karaoke from noon till 4, and it's all about singing and dancing and having a good time. So our families appreciate it, the members appreciate it, and the community appreciates it. They love to come out and get involved.
Absolutely. Again, it's Bo Larsen, Director of Marketing and Business Development for the Civitan organization. Give us your website.
It is Civitan, Civitan, foundationaz.org.
So Civitan, again, Civitan foundationaz.org.
That's correct.
Well, I know that this being spring now, you're jumping into your big spring and summer activities. So tell us about that. We're going to talk to Skippy here in just a moment, too.
Well, coming up in April, we're going to have a marketplace at our Civitan Village, which is located at 12635 North 42nd Street, right near the REI for those that appreciate that. And there we're going to be selling all sorts of culinary goods and art projects that our members have made. But we're also kind of starting a new season for Camp Civitan. And with that comes hiring and looking for volunteers, and Skippy will get more into it. But I just got back this past weekend from an event up at camp, and it was so incredible. It was the first time for me having an overnighter. I've been up there before as a board member and also as an employee, and it's 15 acres in the Pines of Williams. It has the dorm rooms, it has the cafeteria, it has play fields, it has all the fun things that any camper wants to go to. But this is unique because it's designed for those with disabilities or abilities, as we can say. So it's wheelchair accessible. It has padded fields so that no one gets injured if they do fall, and they will. There's music, there's games, there's arts, there's crafts. It's so highly organized, and the food's incredible. I'm just saying.
Well, it's Bo Larsen from Civitan, but we got to get the mic over now to Skippy Hough, Camp Director for Civitan. Good-looking young guy here. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Skippy. Hello.
Hey, how's it going? Thank you for having me. Where do I start? I've been with Civitan since I was in college. I was a provider, which basically are camp counselor, but we do caregiving and make sure all the needs are met of our campers and that they're safe, but ultimately that they're having a great time. So my 3 summers of college up at NAU, I traveled 30 miles east and spent all my summers as a provider out there. And after a few years in the working world, I decided to come back, and I was lucky enough to be able to take this director position, and it's my dream job, and here I am.
Well, you barely look older than college age yourself, good-looking young guy involved with this. But it's nice to have a good-looking young guy, Bo, I think, to be active and be a leader for this sort of organization, because he can relate, I'm sure, to both kids and adults. And I think that's really fun to have a director that certainly can be engaged and is engaging.
Well, that's one of the unique things that we've been fortunate at Civitan. In a sense, we've been able to grow our own. We have a lot of volunteers that have continued on, then became employees at camp, and then go on to work at the Civitan Foundation. And that builds such continuity for our members. I mean, it's all about building those lifetime memories, not only for us as employees, but for our members as well, because this is their life. And having that continuity is the world of difference. And Skippy's a classic example of someone who started off as, I think you started off as a volunteer first, and then became a kind of a camp counselor or provider. And after working, like you said, in the real world for a while, he came to the perfect dream of Civitan. If that's not a perfect plug, I don't know what is.
All right, well, let's get back over to Skippy then. Tell us what inspired you to get involved with Civitan originally.
I kind of fell upon Civitan at a job fair. It was a summer work fair at NAU. And I was really lucky to run into our arts director, Mary Lee, at the time, and didn't know what I was going to do over summer, and actually haven't worked with this population before. And it wasn't until I got up to camp for the first time where I was just so surprised with the population. I didn't know what I was getting myself into, and it turned out to be, I discovered to be the happiest place on earth. So yeah, not knowing anything, coming in and kind of challenging myself to do something new, I just felt myself kind of changing, and I wasn't looking for that, but it
was looking for you.
I guess it was looking for me, yeah.
Well, tell us a little bit about Camp Civitan. Now, we've got Bo Larsen here again, Director of Marketing and Business Development, who kind of gives us the whole picture. Skippy Hough here is more specialized in the camp. So tell us about that, what you're looking for, and what's coming up.
Yeah. Camp Civitan, I like to describe it as a traditional camp experience for adults and children with varying developmental abilities, I like to say. The camp is really about a place to kind of highlight all the things that we can do rather than the things that we can't. We have a great time, volunteers, staff, campers alike. I really think that the provider position, working with the campers, is where you grow the most together. We're one big family. We all show up to camp, and immediately you feel all the pressures from the outside world kind of go away when you're at this place. It's magical, really. Summer camp experience for everybody.
Well, thank you for doing this. Again, Skippy Hough, Camp Director for Civitan. Give us some dates and details about the upcoming camps.
Yeah, we have a couple weekend camps in April, but the big one we're gearing up for right now is our summer camps, which is 8 days, Monday to Monday, for our adult camps, and we have 8 of those, and then 2 shorter camps for children under the age of 18, and those are 5 nights up at camp. So, yeah, we're preparing for that summer. We're currently kind of looking into our staffing and making sure that we get good people up there who really want to help and be part of this mission. Like I said before, it's a special place. If I could share it with the world, I would.
So you have paid positions and volunteer positions open. How do you find out about those? Is there a special place on the website? Give us the website again.
Yep. The website again is civitanfoundationaz.org. On there, you'll click the link, Get Involved, and you'll see an option for volunteers and also employment. And then when you click on those tabs, you look for the camp setting specifically, and there's an application on there to get you started.
And the camps now, these are open to both kids and adults. Are there scholarships available? Because I know this can be a pricey thing.
Yeah, there are some scholarships. The scholarship application is also online for our campers if needed. We're pretty good about making sure that those can get out to them. We want everybody to have access to this camp. So, yep, all of that stuff you can find at civitanfoundationaz.org.
So you need people to come and help, people to work, buses, drivers, equipment, furniture. I'm sure there's a lot of things that you need for these camps. Am I correct?
Yes, you're correct. I do a lot of the outreach to make sure that we find those drivers and all those kind of outside things. But our biggest need right now is locking down some good quality camp counselors that we call our kind of like our direct care providers up there. Yeah, so that's my plug, is if you want to come out and do something really special this summer, I swear if I could share it with the world, I would. Please go online, apply, and I'd love to talk to you.
Well, thank you. Got a big heart. It's Skippy Hough, Camp Director for Civitan. I want to get the mic back over to Bo Larsen now, who's the Director of Marketing and Business Development for this big organization. Any final thoughts from you, sir?
Well, just to kind of tag on to what Skippy is talking about, it's more than just the camp, being at the camp. they're going out fishing. We have miniature golf on site. They play soccer. They go to Arizona. They go to the Grand Canyon occasionally. There's all sorts of external programs that go on in addition to just the fun at the camp. It's really, I'll say it's highly structured, but it's very loose so that no one feels bored with anything. It's got a lot of energy to it, and that's what makes our camp so unique and really is the reputation of what Civitan's all about.
Well, it's the Civitan Foundation serving adults and children, really people of any ages, with any sort of developmental disabilities or at any ability level, as they kind of like to say here. And I want to first of all ask our Valley Focus listeners, please, if you can just at least go online and give a donation. You're going to help a kid go to camp this summer. My gosh, what would be better for a child that has some issues and maybe has been challenged, never could go to camp, never was able to do the kind of normal experiences that my kids can do and hopefully your kids too. So why not go online? First of all, it's civitanfoundationaz.org and just make a little donation. But then above and beyond that, if you can help out in any way, if you can be a volunteer, if you can be a worker, get online there and check all those details out because they need your help, they need your money, they need your love for these people, this population that deserves our love and help. And so, again, it's Bo Larsen, Director of Marketing and Business Development for Civitan, along with Skippy Hough, Camp Director for Civitan. Any final thoughts?
Well, yeah, and thank you for asking people to help because people need to be reminded that any donation is tax deductible, and you can deduct up to $800 as a married couple, $400 as a single for the Arizona state tax credit. And so now's a great time. If you haven't done those taxes and you're holding on to make sure that the government doesn't take your money yet, just keep us in mind when it's time for doing your taxes that you get a tax credit. But we also have a variety of needs. If people want to donate from paper plates to cups to towels, sheets, you name it. There's all sorts of things that a camp can use during a regular season. And the more we get donated, the less we have to spend, which means we can put more into the camp.
Bring more campers in.
Bring more campers in. And to go to a camp like this, let's say, is generally about $1,000 for a member to go. However, the majority of campers, or quite a few, have respite hours. We're really blessed. Believe it or not, in Arizona, it's one of the best states in the country for how they care for individuals with special abilities. They have generous benefits. And so those that are part of the program, the state program, have respite hours, and respite hours can be used for camp. But private pay, for those that maybe live in a group home where respite hours are used for that instead, private pay is generally about $1,000 for the full week.
Well, we hope that everybody will get on board and help these kids so they can all get to camp, that kids and adults that want and deserve to have a camp experience once in their life, hopefully several times.
Oh, yeah.
Again, it's Bo Larsen, Director of Marketing and Business Development for Civitan. Skippy Hough, wonderful camp director for these camps that are kicking in very soon now. So please do get online and learn more. And if you have a camper that you'd like to get involved, you'll have all the information right there. Give us that website one more time.
CivitanFoundationAZ.org.
All right. Well, thank you so much, gentlemen. Any final thoughts from you, Skip?
No, just thank you for having us. I love talking about camp, so it means a lot to be able to spread the word this way. I didn't expect this, and just wanted to say thank you.
Well, we love you and appreciate you. Bo Larsen and Skippy Hough of Camp Civitan. Again, CivitanFoundationAZ.org. That's spelled Civatan. CivitanFoundationAZ.org. Please do get involved, and they're there to help you, and we thank you so much for coming in here today, gentlemen. Best wishes, God bless, and come back again.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.